Oh, Miles, things are really heating up. Ah, he notices the wings. Also that Aesir is a Nordic word, but he's a detective. He can't figure that out.
Wow, things are boring, like the Nostalgia Critic said.
We finally get to see what happened to Max's family, but again, seeing how they already mentioned it without showing it like in the game, there's nothing really shocking about it. I dare even say, it's kind of pointless to show now. The most shocking thing is Max's gosh darn happiest cop in the world demeanor. Coming home underpaid and overworked to a crying baby who's driving his wife insane. Let's be honest, if there was inner monologue in the rest of this movie, it'd be like, I came home drunk as hell. Jack Daniels is my Ovaltine. Now what's this horse shit, I thought. And he smiled like that was elbow deep as shit, and he pissed in my mouth, in my goddamn mouth. Whatever, just keep smiling. You know you're dead inside. What I wouldn't give to have my old life back. Ooh, I'm making lemonade out of these lemons. Aw, he named his baby. It's like those dog owners. They have the word dog randomly hanging up. It so establishes their identity.
He was maybe 10 minutes too late.
Well, halfway through the movie, they're finally focusing on what motivates the main character. I guess we can start too.
I hear you're looking for Malcolm.
I am.
Well, let's get going then.
Wait, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right.
It's snowing in here.
Yes,
I choose to have little reaction to that.
you'll fit in fine.
Nope.
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 I couldn't believe it. How could Malcolm have gotten this lost? I didn't know how.
Oh, hey, no inner monologue.
But you had some in the beginning.
Yeah, so did the movie, and then they stopped, so we're stopping.
It's not very consistent.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Thank you.
Alright, everybody shut up! Or shut in, whatever inner voices do.
Devil boner. We should have known you were behind this.
I'm sorry, I can't have just one!
No, Malcolm, you dumbass.
Oh, I know where he is.
Yeah? Where is he?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Yes.
We would. Well then, let's find out together.
What?
There.
You've got guns. We've got guns. There's only one way to settle this.
Yeah, and we both know what it is.
So I told him, the bathroom isn't down that way, you have to make a left. And he didn't believe me, and so he made it right. I ask you, do I look so untrustworthy?
No, not at all.
You know, I'm so glad we sat down and talked about this. Can you imagine we just came in guns a-blazing, shooting at each other in a thrilling action sequence?
That's all I ever think about, actually.
Well, Critic, you continue the review, and I'll continue being this side character that's completely useless.
Max Payne would be proud of you. If only you could do the Mila Kunis death stare.
Oh, you mean like this?
Not bad. Not bad. So after slowly morphing into John Cena, we cut to... In 1 week, it went from snow to rain 4 times! Climate change my ass. This is goddamn climate roulette!
What is it, Jason?
I just thought you should be aware. Wait, is that Chris O'Donnell?
No. No,
What a random appearance. He does so little in this role, so I'm not entirely sure why he's here. It's so out of nowhere and makes so little sense, I half expect the dialogue to be...
It's Batman and Robin, not Robin and Batman.
It's like seeing someone as random as Ludacris pop up. What the fuck?
You should hear the kind of things Max is saying. None of it makes any sense. He's gotten in his head that someone here at the company is responsible.
It's like cutting from one close-up of you to an almost identical close-up of you. It's just madness. Or should I say, ludicrous. Finish that, I kill you. Okay. To his credit, he has a slightly larger role than O'Donnell as another detective trying to find Payne, thinking he's gone AWOL. But much like Payne, he's a friggin' dumbass when it comes to identifying the obvious bad guy.
I'm worried he's gonna get into another situation before I can convince him to come in.
So you really think he's
I
gonna...
think you need to find him.
Find him with bullets. Lots of bullets in the areas that keep him alive. Max thinks he can get some answers from O'Donnell's character, proving even his interrogations are on permanent
Jackie, Hi,
I know it's a nitpick, but even the way he threw that phone was kind of lame. Grr, I guess. I love you in The Bachelor.
Mr. Colvin! Mr. Colvin, are you okay?
Jackie!
Mr. Colvin, it's Johnson. I can hear you. Are you alright?
I can knock more. Should I knock more? I'm gonna knock more.
Security.
I need cops to continue knocking. O'Donnell explains that the drug being developed makes people super powerful, but also forces them to have hallucinations. The exact same hallucinations, coincidentally.
The rest suffered horrible hallucinations. Devils, demons.
You know, it's that one chemical, weird gargoyle shit oxide. Everybody always sees the same thing after taking that. They send in the SWAT team because a guy who barely shot a gun in this movie is a major threat. But they kill O'Donnell, proving that they're in on the scheme. Thank God they can't hit much else. Hold on. How many of you guys have your guns set to hit behind him?
I do.
I do.
Is that why I keep hitting behind him?
Are they speaking Tasmanian devil? He gets away and, ooh, Mila Kunis has a gun. Guess she's finally gonna be in on the action and then, haha, we're talking.
Introducing Valkyr, the strength of freedom.
That's what this is about? A drug?
Well, yeah. A lot of crime-related things involve drugs. It's like saying that's what this affair was about? Sex? So he goes to a secret hideout called Ragnarok, brilliantly disguised as... You can see.
Next thing you tell me is that people are gonna go to Valhalla after fighting honorably. Do you think that Max Payne will go to Valhalla?
As he's discovered by some guards.
2 of them.
You know, I've never craved a naming your gun dialogue as much as I have now. Hey, you ever name your gun? Sure do. What do you call it? Dude, nothing funny in this movie! Ha! The slow-mo doesn't have to be that slow! The idea is the slower it goes, the cooler the stunt should look. Falling backwards, weirdly enough, isn't that cool a stunt?
Shoot.
You know what? Let's have a race. Who'll win first? Mark Wahlberg falling backwards? Or the sloth from Zootopia getting a laugh out? Sloth wins. How is it possible to miss that much? You have a freaking sight on your gun.
Wait.
Sloth wins.
He didn't even try to hit him!
How is it possible to miss that much? You have a freaking sight on your gun. Use it because you're mistaking a Kool-Aid stand for your main target. That chair looks reclined, but it's not. Like Wahlberg, it's just falling super slowly. Again, they just don't know the interesting things to slow down. He's confronted by Baldy Von No Sweat, and after all the build-up, we better get a damn good fight with this guy.
Nope.
You know, he's just thinking to himself, I could have got a Transformers paycheck instead of this. Well, I'm not kidding. They're both thinking that.
Baby?
He's saved by Bridges, but what a twist. He was the bad guy.
I had to talk to her. Show her my side before she took it to someone else. Once that happened, though, once I realized I could use the strength of my hands to keep one thing from being taken away from me.
His acting is turning to Alec Baldwin from SNL when he's not playing Trump.
Michelle was the first problem in my life small enough to reach out and stop.
Lord, I need to talk to you. You can't let Tina go out there with that woman.
So they uncuff him. You heard right. Uncuff him so they can tie him to an anchor.
I'm going to place him in an easily escapable...
Yeah, that, as he, of course, escapes, but jumps into the freezing water, bringing us back to where we started. And you know, having seen the story that led up to this moment, I think I can safely say I actually know less about him than when I started off. Seriously, before I at least knew the game character, who was a cool, poetic, one-liner spewing badass, and this guy was none of those things and replaced it with absolute squat. So we're actually in the red when it comes to what we know about him. Maybe that's where the phrase negative personality comes from, because it takes away more than it gives. He's the antimatter of character studies. But he refuses death by drowning to get revenge, because the spirit is a great source to rip off, as he takes the drug to turn into one of those superhumans which always sees all those crazy-ass visions. That was adorable. That scream was so silly, I kinda want to put other cartoony yells in there.
That doesn't look convincing in the least.
So he goes on a killing spree. In Max Payne? That seems weird. And he tries to get his revenge on Bridges. The drug also has a selfie stick, apparently.
Thanks for C4. Are you nuts?
Well, I was in Free Willy, escaped to Pirate's Cove. Max Payne, everybody! Is it everything you thought it'd be? Or even more? Fired a gun, did you see? I'm badass now!
I'm sure we can work something out.
Shoot him.
And in case you're wondering, no, that wasn't slow-mo. He was actually dumb enough to reach for his gun that slowly. Hares challenge people like you to a race. On top of the Avengers building, Bridges searches for a way to get out, but gets cornered. It's Mark Wahlberg versus the lesser Lebowski. It's the showdown we've all been waiting for. The SWAT team circles around him and... that's it! So much was gained, like an appreciation to spend your money better. At this point, I'd much rather watch this Payne over that Payne any day!
Yeah, I agree. I want to watch that.
Actually, that one's not too bad. Everyone's like, oh, it's Damon Wayans, it's gotta be bad, but it's actually pretty good, you know? It's in Living Color days, you know? That's why he was still pretty funny and everything. And just give it a shot. Go in with an open mind. Better than that! Max Payne doesn't give what fans are looking for, it's not unique enough to give moviegoers what they're looking for, and the majority of it is boring as sin. Had this movie been allowed to really go over the top crazy, I mean, not Legion over the top crazy, but awesome action film noir over the top crazy, this could have been a very enjoyable, stylish flick. As is, it's just a dull exercise in snow porn, with an occasional good shot here and there. But what does that matter when there's absolutely no substance and no fun to back it up? The mystery still remains, though. Where is Malcolm?
I think this might explain things a bit.
Hey guys, it's Malcolm. I'm just giving a heads up, I'm not back from my vacation yet. I had a few things get in the way, so it's going to delay me getting back to film the next episode. I'll do my best.
Good to know we're worrying about nothing.
It's not so inconvenient. I've actually been kidnapped.
Well, the question still remains. Are you going to change that wall color?
They cut off a couple of my toes and sent it to those I loved most.
I think I'll leave it how it is.
So I figured you guys wouldn't be in the mix.
Don't you think the viewers might get upset?
They say if they don't get $20,000, they're going to cut off my testicles with toothpicks.
I know some people might get uneasy by it, but, you know, a lot of people have to realize that change is a normal part of life.
I think there was even talk about surgically giving me a third testicle just so they can take away another one.
You know, when they find living with a new wall color isn't the end of the world?
Right now they're gambling for who gets to chop off my butt cheeks.
They'll learn to live with a lot of other things.
I know one of them really wants
They don't hear it.
Perhaps discover a new level of patience, empathy, love, a new way of looking at everything.
He's so cute. He's gonna be adorable when he grows up.
No, the more I think about it, it's not just my duty to keep that wall the same color.
I do miss my nostrils.
It's my pleasure.
But the more I think about it, I wasn't using them much anyway.
And that, dear Tamara, is the essence of all life. God damn, I was gonna change the world with that wall!
I don't even have fingers to hold the phone.